What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the upgraded tournament. Oh boy, the upgraded tournament. We're back. Look at that. After yesterday's presentation, after yet another fan rule has been broken, the upgrades are possible within the same game. Tournament is still valid. Let's do this. Look, by no means do I explained that in my video earlier today. By no means does it guarantee we're getting a second one. We might only just get the one. That's fine. Fan rules broken. I was extremely happy with that. So, back to the matter at hand. We got our tournament, got the new matchup, we got the new results and stuff. And so what am I going to do? Got to mention it. What are we doing about Min Min? She's in the tournament. What do we do with her? She's getting replaced. Who's she getting replaced with? I had three people, actually. Three people. Actually, a total 4 people. One person asked for Deoxys, and I was like, okay, maybe. And then I actually had 3 people ask for Medusa from Kid Icarus. So, Medusa's going to be the one that will replace Min Min. Yeah. I know it's going to sound weird, but Ribbon Girl and blah, blah, blah. Who's the other one? Who's the other one? Oh, my God, I might have just spoiled it. The other one, Twin Tail. It's right on screen. But yeah, they're going to remain in the tournament because they weren't really confirmed because they're not all... Whatever. We know what we're here for. Let's get to the voting. But before the votes, got a few rules. Let's run through them very quickly. All right, rule number 1. Again, you got to be open-minded for this tournament. Well, yeah, you still got to be open-minded, even though what a lot of people said couldn't come true has come true. We've got an upgrade within the exact same Smash game. So it's possible. So, yeah, rule number 2. You only get 1 vote per person. How do you vote, though? Keep it, go back to the second rule here. You get 1 vote per person. Keep it fair that way. If I see anything suspicious, I will throw the votes away. Just won't count them. Next rule, how do you vote? Simple, down in the comments. Type the name of the character that you're voting for. Yes, I repeat, yes, you can vote for both characters. Been a rule, always will be a rule. Totally fine. Rest of the rules, though, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. Then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, gotta flip a coin on camera, fairest way to break a tie. And each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. That's it for the rules. Let's go to the rest of the video. Alright, I might have spoiled that a little bit when I was kind of mashing my keyboard. But the results we got to go over from last week, which was Dry Bowser, who was taking on Zero. And there's a winner's bracket matchup, so whoever lost still in the tournament, just somebody's going to the loser bracket. So the winner ended up being, if you didn't catch it already, Zero ends up winning this one 29 votes to just 20 for Dry Bowser. So congrats, Zero moves on to the next round of the winner's bracket. Dry Bowser drops to the loser bracket. And just for sake of knowing who he faces, Ring Fit Trainer. But that's not today. That's not today. We're not there yet. We have to go. I haven't replaced... Where's she at? She's up here. I have not replaced Min Min yet. I'll do that after this little video thing. But Min Min is being replaced with Medusa because I had 3 people ask for her. So that's just what I'm going to do. That's just what I'm going to do. Anyway, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Where's the matchup? What are we at? It's right in front of my face. Today's matchup, we have Kamek from the Yoshi series taking on Nook from the Animal Crossing series. So, I say we don't waste any more time. We got to jump right into it. Now, Kamek is, he's not one of my personal favorites, but he's a character that I'm kind of fond of for several reasons. Now, there's we bring this up all the time, right? There's categories of characters that we didn't get in the first Fighters Pass that really could be improved upon, added upon, right? We didn't get any solo female characters in the first Fighters Pass. That was something people were asking for. Min Min kicks things off Fighters Pass 2 female. Awesome. That's great. That's something. That's a category of character people were wanting. Another category of character that people were wanting, especially myself, villains. Hello. Hi, Kamek. Kamek happens to be a villain. And check this out. He's also a first-party character. That makes it much easier to get into Smash Bros. Now, I might make a video about this within the next week or so, but just my revised predictions, or yeah, probably that's a good way to put it. My revised prediction. I went like heavy third-party characters in my first predictions video for Fighter Pass 2. I've really changed my mind. I think we might only get like 2 third-party characters. I could see this being heavier on the first-party characters, which I don't mind. There's a lot of first-party characters. Assist trophies, spirits, characters that aren't even in the game yet. There's a lot of potential. Let's keep that in mind. So Kamek, villain, I love it. Put him in. Yoshi series, that is the only, no, never mind, because we still have F-Zero, only one rep. I was going to say, it's the only series, okay, it's one of 2 series from the original Nintendo 64 Smash Brothers that only has 1 single rep still. No, but again, F-Zero doesn't either. F-Zero deserves another rep. Samurai Goro's in this tournament. He's an assist trophy. Black Shadow comes to mind. Back on track here. Kamek, villain, multiple occurrences, great moveset potential. I'm trying to think, like, so for me, when I was saying I might make a video about, like, a revised predictions, I think it doesn't have to be, like, an extreme gimmick by any means, but I think a character, if not all the characters for Fighter Pass 2, have to have some special sort of little gimmick, if you know what I mean. So what could Kamek's gimmick be? What could be his, I don't want to say a new mechanic, but gimmick, I think that's the best way to put it. What could it be his gimmick? And I think that's kind of simple. What if his gimmick is mainly flying around on his broom? Now, I know you could do that for an attack or 2 or recovery, but what if you made that like his gimmick? Maybe he could be that, or he could get off with a broomstick. So when he's off the broomstick, he'd be, running wise, speed wise, he'd be a little slower. But you get on the broom and you're going to start zipping around a little bit quicker. You're going to have a bit more mobility to him. You're going to be able to attack while on the broom as well. So it's like a 2-in-1 sort of play style. That could be a fun gimmick, right? And then, of course, I'm always going to mention we still don't have any sort of Bowser stage in the game. Bowser Airship works. Bowser Castle, sure, give me that one as well. He's got great potential for moves. He's a magikoopa. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He just kind of like checks a lot of boxes, but I'll be honest, in my eyes at least, I don't really see Kamek as if he happens as a DLC character, I'd welcome that. I would love that. But I don't know why, I just can't see him as a DLC character too much. It just, I don't know. There's something about it doesn't make me go, yeah, that's a DLC character. But again, it doesn't matter. Just because I can't see it as a DLC character doesn't mean it can't happen, right? So, I guess that point is kind of moot now. But anyway, Kamek, would love the character. I would love the villain, the moves, everything. People could recognize him as well. It'd be great. Plus first party. Kind of a lot of things line up, but a lot of things line up for a lot of characters, which doesn't always mean something. But Kamek would be a cool character nonetheless. What about, this is an interesting one. Now, Tom Nook, Animal Crossing, New Horizons. That game just exploded in popularity. Like, everybody and their grandmothers were playing this game, right? Everybody's playing New Horizons. Now, arguably, Tom Nook, I don't know if you want to say is the face of the franchise, the most recognizable character, whatever you want to say. He's one of the most, I guess you could say one of the most important characters in the Animal Crossing series. Now that we finally did get Animal Crossing playable characters, starting in Wii U 3DS with Villager, and then Isabelle with Ultimate, what are the chances that Nintendo, maybe, I mean, they would have had to make this decision before New Horizons came out, and before that exploded in popularity. But what if they would have made the decision to put another Animal Crossing rep into the game? Who better than Tom Nook himself? Is that like the biggest, is Tom Nook a Nintendo All-Star at this point? I say so. I'm not that big into Animal Crossing. Like, I played New Horizons for about a month, and then I really lost interest in it. But that's just me personally. I just kind of like, it was like, whoa, that's kind of interesting. And then, oh, never mind. I don't care anymore. I had plenty of other games I was playing. But the fact is, Tom Nook, I do feel, at least in my eyes, he's a Nintendo All-Star, which is really cool. If we're going to go the route of more first-party characters for the Fighters Pass Volume 2, I mean, how is Tom Nook not in the discussion at least, right? Animal Crossing, New Horizons, huge. I already mentioned that. We all know about it. But I think the interesting thing would be his moveset. Because Villager and Isabelle, They do, well, pretty much everything you do in Animal Crossing. So what's left for Tom Nook? And I think that's where you could still use, because Isabelle uses a couple moves like from Villager, and I think maybe Tom Nook could kind of borrow to an extent from Villager and from Isabelle, but change them up a little bit. Just change them up a little bit, and I think you could have a lot of fun with it. I love the idea about bells. Maybe a sack of bells. Yeah, I mean, you pull those out of the ground, right? Maybe that's what you end up doing. That could end up being an attack somewhere in his moveset, right? Belt, like that's, we owe Tom Nook everything, right? He always has us in debt. Why? What's up with you, bro? What's up with that? Just let me play the game. Stop asking for bells. But you could do something with a lot of bells. You could get Timmy and Tommy Nooks somewhere in his moveset. I don't know. Maybe they quickly will come and build a, I was going to say build a trap, but you don't really have traps. Build something. I don't know. Timmy and Tommy could come build something. Part of the moveset, maybe the final smash, even though that's kind of Villager's final smash. But it's like golden axes. There you go. You could actually have, like, even though, don't the golden axes and stuff, don't that still break in New Horizons at least? So that's kind of weird. But you could give it a different touch, a different look. So it's kind of, maybe the golden axe would be more powerful than Villagers. And you actually maybe use the axe for an actual attack instead of chopping down a tree potentially. Maybe he's able to grow a tree all in one go. You know, you just plant the tree and it immediately grows. You don't have to water it. I know that's not necessarily Animal Crossing style. You got to water the tree before it grows, but I don't know, just something a little different. So, it'd be kind of fun. What about, like, fishing-wise? What about catching something, you know, like you throw out the fishing rod, but I don't know where I'm trying to go with this. Throw out the fishing rod and one of the, I don't know, fishes you can catch ends up helping you out in attack. I don't know. I don't have a move set really figured out for Tom Nook just because Villager and Isabelle have it worked out so well. I mean, yeah, you could still mess around with Tom Nook and give him a move set. Easy. That's easy. But for me, as much as I say and think Tom Nook is a Nintendo All-Star, he's not quite up there for me. Animal Crossing, like I said, kind of lost it for me. Like I was riding that like everybody else was when it first came out. Like, yo, this is cool. New Horizons was my first Animal Crossing game ever. But it's very quickly kind of just faded from me. It's like, okay, cool. Whatever. Next, what's up? It wasn't able to keep my attention, if that makes sense. I wasn't into always doing these chores. Isn't that what Animal Crossing is? Going around cleaning up the yard, building all this stuff, and chopping down trees, pulling weeds, whatever. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but for this one, I'm actually going to vote Kamek. I won't be surprised if he loses by any means, but Kamek's got my vote. Let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Kamek, Tom Nook, or both. They're all good options. That is it for this one, so sneak peek for tomorrow. Start with the results. Tomorrow's results are going to be from Tails, who is taking on Virdi from the Kid Icarus series. And the matchup is going to be from Twintel is back. She's staying in the tournament. She wasn't an alternate skin. She wasn't an Echo Fighter. She wasn't the character. She's still in the tournament. I'm going to leave it at that. But her opponent is Goemon. So we'll see how that one plays out. And that is it for this one. Hope to catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.